E para terminarmos esta sessão, sei que já está aqui muita gente cheia de vontade de ir para o almoço, nós temos uma iniciativa da Associação Portuguesa de Arquitetos Paisagistas e com a colaboração da ESRI Portugal. E nesta iniciativa tivemos, tendo em conta a presença em Portugal do Presidente da ESRI, a Associação Portuguesa de Arquitetos Paisagistas sugeriu aproveitarmos o EUE para refletir brevemente sobre a relação entre a arquitetura paisagística e os sistemas de informação geográfica e presentear o nosso Presidente, Jack Dangermond, com algumas lembranças e também algumas perguntas. Sem mais demoras, passo o palco.
É um prazer estar aqui convosco. Hoje, nesta jornada, vou ser muito rápido, estamos já na hora do almoço. Vou dirigir-me já ao Jack Dangermond. Dear Jack Dangermond, the Portuguese Association of Landscape Architecture, established in 1976, is the only of its kind in Portugal. And in the name of us all, I would like to welcome you. It is truly a great pleasure for us to meet someone whose legacy is so significant and important for landscape architects. We congratulate you for your recent award from American Society Landscape Associations. We would like to share some publications from our association and as recognitions of your work, a wood piece made from Acacia delbata, an invasive species, debris from removal efforts in south of Portugal. With a small inscription of your name, we wish to flag this event and your presence here today. Before going to lunch, we still like to hear from you on how your background in landscape architecture has impacted you. It was in Harvard that the ideas for ESRI start to develop. But given your major in landscape architecture, could you tell us a little bit about? Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I am very surprised. I'll keep this for the rest of my life. You're right. Landscape architecture did impact my life. How many of you are landscape architects in this room? Okay. Well, I had a professor that talked about landscape, and he said there's a distinction between landscaping and the landscape. And these are two different divisions in landscape architecture. In other words, one is planting things, and the other one is taking responsibility for the landscape. I chose the second, which is the direction of geography and the study of geography as a platform for creating the future, the very subject that we're talking about today. So yes, it's a great honor for me to receive this. Yeah. Listen, I am overwhelmed by this very beautiful acknowledgement, but I'm even more overwhelmed by the people that presented this afternoon. I am so impressed, actually. I didn't quite expect to see what I saw. We saw pioneering work in natural resources, in information systems, in supporting, bringing the landscape to life and building that information into the way that you are doing things here in Portugal. I mean, I listened very carefully. I took 1,000 notes. It's really amazing what you are doing. And I'm refreshed, and it gives me hope for the future. As I mentioned, we are in difficult times. It's late in the day. It's not dark yet, but it's late in the day. And what makes me so encouraged, what gives me a sense of hope, is you and the good footprints that you are doing. And those of you who received awards, those awards are because you're doing great work And I want you not only to continue doing it, but also share what you're doing so others can learn. That's the purpose of this kind of meeting. And the word teaming was used in almost every presentation. Collaborating, working together, creating the future, creating a world that's going to be sustainable. So I'll finish by simply saying you professors, you students, you professionals, and your work and how you do the work is very important. In some ways, only you actually understand what you're up to, can appreciate the gravity of bringing all the information together and supporting society going forward. In some ways, you are privileged. You are certainly fortunate to be in the role that you're in. Some people would say that you chose it, or some would say you have been chosen. Interesting, isn't it? To play a major role. And only history will tell us whether we have been successful or not in this historic moment of going all in. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and thank you again for this honor. I'm deeply appreciative. I'll keep it